Hey, well, we're going to do another advice, what Beth calls an advice section, and we have another letter. Actually, since our advice section the other night, we've had some interest has now been aroused, shall we say, um, so that we've had a few other letters. So, what is this letter, honey?
Yeah, so, dear Terence and Beth, I am Mary. My British husband died 2 years ago. I am still in grieving.
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 Not grazing. That's what cows do, honey.
Grieving. I am still in grieving stage and still in denial. But my family and friends, let me close it. Right. Is that closer, darling?
Family and friends.
No, the light is little darker. Let me
The
have
light
it.
is a little darker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
okay?
That's
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Dear Terence and Beth, I am Mary. My British husband died 2 years ago. I'm still in grieving stage and still in denial, but my husband and friends advise me to open my doors for another love to help me forget the pain of losing my dear husband. But I don't know if it's the right thing to do since I promised my husband that he is the one. What is your thoughts, Terence? If you are on my husband's shoes, what is your perspective? And also to Beth, what is your stand on it? I am 35 years old. We don't have a child of my late husband. But I already accept it, although there are times that I'm longing for the one, to have one. Terence and Beth, I hope to hear a response from you. Mary.
Well, well, she has every right. She's only 35, which is in her prime, um, and it's not surprising that she would like to be held by someone in affection and love. So that's all of that is all natural. She doesn't say when her husband
2 years
passed.
ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 years ago. That's a long time to be in grieving.
But if you're the if she feel that she is the one, that's love, darling. That's great love.
Yes, it is. But if it was such a
I
great love, if it was such a great love, I doubt that the husband, who is now in a better place, assuming, assu-
I think
assuming he made it up instead of down, um, then he would not expect her to remain single. She's only 35, so she was only 33 when he died. No way that any man of any quality would expect the wife to remain single for the rest of her life, not with so much life to go. So I would say that it's totally okay for her now, after 2 years, it's okay for her to find someone else. But that's where the problem becomes the same problem for everybody that writes to us and says, I'm looking for the one. Because now, first of all, can she ever really make the same sense of oneness again with another man? That's a whole other video. That's a whole other subject of discussion. Can we ever find the same again? And often the answer is no. So what you have to do is you have to be willing to accept someone else in a new kind of way, with a new dynamic, and let it unfold and get used to that other person, learn to respect him, and hopefully love will come. If she meets someone who is worthy of that kind of relationship with her.
I think also, I think in the side of the woman, right? If he is the great love, right? Of course, he's a great love because he's the husband. But I think we does what I noticed, right? Because we have some, we know somebody that the wife died, both wives are died, and then after a couple of months,
The wife died?
yeah, remember we know somebody.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yes.
we've known, and then suddenly
Yeah.
after 5 months of the death, they found another woman, right?
Yes.
So that's another thing, especially if your foundations of your love is not strong. So I think the other thing is there are some women also that their husband died and they didn't remarry again, right? Because they always believe that he is the one, right? And I cannot find someone better than him because he is the better one, right? And on your letter, ma'am, in your letter, I got a thought about it because I didn't thought it, right? I didn't thought it at all, because your question is on my standpoint on it, because we are in the same, I don't know what age is your husband, but we are in the same page, right?
Well,
Because our age gap, when I married Terence, I know that he go to heaven ahead, or I'm go ahead, so I know that he go if the age is just the basis.
Nobody knows who's going to go
I
first.
know, but if we
But
just
the likelihood is...
yeah,
I might
the
die.
likelihood is, if you look at if you base it on the age, he go first, believe it, right? You go first.
I'm not really willing to believe that.
I know. And then, I talked to Terence about that. I said,
Yes, we have.
we talk about
We
it.
talked.
And I said, and then Terence said, what did you say to me?
I said, I remember most of all, I said, I don't want to die.
About me getting married. What did you say to that?
If I'm dead, what the hell difference does it make to me?
But I said to Terence,
I would, if I were not here, if I had passed, I would not expect you to remain in some kind of loyalty prison to me. I wouldn't expect that. I would expect you to go on and be happy.
That's what he stand, ma'am, and that's what
But
he's
that's me.
telling me. But then I replied to him. I said, no, I cannot find someone better of you in Ratatatat. I
And I said,
I cannot find someone that
"It's
is
true.
better than you.
It's true.
But I always tell to Terence, at this moment, I didn't thinking that because I can only see myself be with you for the rest of my life, and if something gonna be happen,
Yeah, what we're
I
really
cannot.
talking about, though, is the rest of my life.
Yeah, what I mean is after the rest of your life, right?
After the rest of my life.
I don't know, but I didn't close the. I decided when the bridge is there. What do you call it? I cross.
You'll decide it when the bridge is there.
I
Yes.
cross it.
The rest of the world is saying,
I decide.
cross that bridge when we come to it.
Cross the bridge when I come there. But at this moment, ma'am, I know that I know that, I know of your stand on it. But as what Terence saying, if you find someone, I'm sure that your husband, wherever he is, wanted to see you happy, wanted
Yes.
to see your smile again, and wanted to have you someone, wanted you to be with someone that will care for you
Yes.
and reciprocate the love that you're giving to him.
As he is now free, as the husband is now free of the ego and any thoughts of selfishness, then he would naturally want her to have the best life that she could possibly have. And if that was right for her to go ahead,
Yeah.
then he would give that his blessing.
And I'm sure it's 2 years. I'm sure 2 years.
2 years is a long
2
time.
years is a long time for you to show your love and
Yes.
your respect to him.
There is, in society, I think the normal is around maybe short for some people, depending on the quality of the relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 months,
Maybe
but then more normally after a year,
yeah. I think you go to the cemetery, right? Or wherever your husband is, right? Or maybe if,
or whatever the bit that you left behind
or
is,
you throw the ash wherever he is and speak to him and saying, look,
and talk to him.
talk to him and saying, look, I don't want to find someone, but I let you find someone for me,
Oh wow!
right?
Well, that would be a thought, wouldn't it?
I let you find someone for me because I know you're watching over me and you wanted me to be happy and you know who I am, you know what kind of person I am,
Yeah,
what kind of,
He would know her well.
and also pray to God that the right second hand not the second hand, because the first hand, the first hand is your husband, you know, the next to your husband,
bridge.
you know, the second best, you know, of your husband will be coming in the right time, in the perfect time, and also the time for you to heal, you know. Just open the doors, of be loved and be to love and be loved in return. And I'm sure your husband out there, you know, for my standpoint, you know, on my point right now, I don't want it. I don't want to think that way, that I wanted to remarry again, right?
Well, I would prefer that you don't remarry again right now, because
You're worried. You're worried.
I'm not thinking about dying anytime soon. I hope I'll get through the night,
You
at
know,
least.
You know,
I've
but
got stuff to do tomorrow,
I know,
you know.
I will not remarry.
Anyway, I got to finish paying for the bike.
Yeah, we still have debts on the
We've got,
bike.
yes, absolutely. I can't go until I've paid that off.
But you know, but you know, ma'am, on my thoughts, I'm sure your husband out there will be very happy to seeing you smile again, because I'm sure that your husband don't want to see you cry every day, every night on your own, hugging the pillow, you know, and hugging the t-shirts of your husband or whatever, you know, because that's what usually in the movie, right? They're hugging the pillow, they cried.
Yeah, Hollywood's got a lot to answer for.
You know, or say something that your husband is, and you're always been crying, you know. Don't, you know, try to go out, maybe try to have.
She's probably well over that stage after 2 years, I imagine. So she needs to move on. Take it easy. You know, you're not going to go out and find somebody and move in with him straight away. Also,
Get to know
there's another thing.
Yeah.
There's another thing. Maybe she's receiving a pension, which will stop if she marries somebody else.
Oh, that's another story. If your pension is 200,000, for example, your pension of your husband is 150, right? If you got a good job in her live days, in her living in her younger days, you know. If you got a 150,000 and you got 150,000 a month, and then you remarry, that 150,000 will stop. And then you remarry.
It may well be.
It might stop, and then you remarry somebody that someone out there that don't have a job, or might have a job but it's on and off, right?
Well,
that's another story, right?
Let's try to keep it hopeful, honey.
That's another story, right?
You're even bringing me down. And
you know, that's another story, you know. But
it
then
seems to me it's time for you to move on, and no one would criticize
but
you.
if you have been asked, what if you are the husband, what would you want to marry him? A Filipino or a foreigner?
Can we keep it off me?
No,
I'm not quite ready to die and thinking this way.
In your thoughts, because he said, what is your thoughts about
What
it?
is my thought?
Would you want to advise her? What would you want her to marry?
There are wonderful Filipino men, and there are crappy foreigners, you know. But that also turns around. There are some crappy Filipinos and some wonderful foreigners. The trick is to find the right one for you, be it a foreigner or a Filipino.
Yeah, somebody that will give you a smile, and also somebody that will not give you a headache, right?
Yeah.
Because your husband, wherever your husband, don't want to see you crying because you got a quarrel with your husband because your husband is drunk. Your new husband is drunk, right?
Oh God, honey.
Let's
keep it positive.
I'm just trying to look on the other possibility, right? You know.
Yes, it could all go wrong.
But I always saying is try to open the door of your heart, you know, for another second chances, because everyone deserve a second chance.
Seek divine guidance.
Correct.
In finding the right one. Say, can you make me aware? Make it so that I'm listening, so that I'm watching the signs, so that I'm making a judgment based not on loneliness and of missing my husband, of seeking to have a continuance of a good life. You are very lucky and should be congratulated on having a marriage in which you miss your husband so much, and in fact feel that he can never be replaced, which he cannot be replaced. What you can seek to do is to have another relationship with another man who will come complete with his own both with his own baggage and with his own talents and qualities. Just be paying attention.
Correct. That's what I'm gonna talk. That's what I'm gonna
That's
say.
what you were going to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
But as I said, as what Terence always saying, ma'am, is, ask guidance. Ask guidance about, that someone out there that will find you,
Yes.
or you will find him.
Rather than you seek, sometimes
Don't find
it
it
is that you just allow them
to happen.
to find you.
Yeah. So again, ma'am, condolence and of course, congratulations on finding the one, the other second hand.
Good luck. on
Bye-bye.
finding
God
the right
bless. Thank you.